Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for January 3rd. This is Mars moving into Scorpio. And when Mars moves into Scorpio, it's in its home-based energy, which is very good, but it also means that Mars is going to be working kind of in its ultimate power, which can mean if you're working in a lower vibration and you feel like solving things very intensely and passionately, then you are going to have the power of Mars to back you. Now, in a positive vibration, this is a very good energy if you need to be competitive about something. Competitive in a way that gets you ahead or sets you apart. You're going to find strength in this energy. There's a lot of willpower and endurance and stamina in this type of energy. And very, very passionate energy, very intense energy. So your passions are going to run very deep. Whatever it is that happens during this transit is more than likely something that is going to resonate with you deeply. My dog wants to play with my cat. I can just feel it. So this is highly intuitive energy. You are going to find that this is the energy where you can see through masks, see through secrets, what people are hiding, and the way that you may act on it may be a little bit different. You may know that you have this knowledge, but you may choose, you may choose to suppress what you know and, go about things kind of like a Scorpio goes about things. And the way they go about things is often, they keep all the information for as long as they can, and when they need to use it, that's when they kind of whip out their stinger. So some of you may have been suppressing something or holding something back, and in this energy, this might be the energy you actually kind of whip out your stinger and take care of business. This is very sensual, passionate, loving energy. This is a very sexually motivated energy for some of you. You're going to find that your sex drive highly increases in this energy. And sexual manipulation tactics are also possible in this energy for those of you that fall easily under the spell of like a sexual magnetism. And I just forewarn you that this energy is going to be pretty powerful. It's very, very protective and dominant masculine energy. So the way that you pursue things is going to be with vigor and tenacity and with the strength of a masculine type energy. The low vibration of this energy is, you're very secretive about your intentions, so much so that you can be manipulative and quite deceptive in this energy. There may be plans that you are making, and you may have several ulterior motives behind what you're making, or people may have ulterior motives that you are not understanding, and there could be secrets that are being kept from you, and it's quite possible that manipulation tactics increase in this energy as people tune into Scorpio energy, which can be very dark and deceptive. It is a dark energy. It can be in a low vibration, a very dark energy. So for some of you that do have some darkness dwelling within, you're going to find that it increases in this energy if you have some dark intentions. Death is another thing that increases in this energy. Danger in the occult, in a dark way can increase in this. So for some people that are into the darker parts of energy, darker parts of manifestation, I think we can see some trends in the occult sciences increasing. There is a high likely, and it may, It may be possible that people have more obsessive and possessive tendencies in this energy. It's very, very probable that some of you are obsessing, if you're caught in the lower vibrations, over attaining something that you have to have at all costs. That can increase in this energy. And also the darker sides of sex can get kind of out of control in this energy. The need for, if you have a tendency to fall into the darker obsessive parts of sex, that can increase in this energy. It's a very intense energy, but combined with Mercury in Aquarius, it's very forward type energy. It's very, if you put your mind to something, you want to attain it, you will find it very intuitive for you to know how to get it and pursue it with great tenacity. That's some of the really high vibration of this energy and what I hope you guys all tune into. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner. And I look forward to talking to you guys and telling you how this is going to affect your sun and your rising sign. Hi guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading, dear Aries, for how Mars in Scorpio is going to affect you. Now, this is your ruler, and your ruler is in the 8th house. And it is conjunct with the moon in Libra. So positive vibration, transformation, in relationships, you're going to feel a sense of peace with the past, and you're going to be able to change a past outcome in this, because Neptune and Mars and the moon are all going to be taking a look at your past relationships. There is some sort of karmic trend that you used to do in relationships. I think you're moving away from that, and that's where the transformation is happening in some of your karmic outcomes. Negative vibration of this particular transit for you is there could be a drastic change in a social group that is possible for you, and I don't think this is a change that is fully within your control or something that you would want to change. You like to be somewhat in control of the direction of your social groups, and there could be something that goes on that is kind of out of your control. Also, new concepts may not be accepted by these social circles or your social circles, and that could enact that change. Again, anytime people change and have Aquarian energy influencing it, your ruler is going to be squaring off with Mercury in Aquarius, which suggests to me that there's a change in a social circle, or there's a change in the way that you're communicating with that social circle, or that you are having some really forward thinking that when you have your ruler sitting in the 8th house, this is working through mentally some pretty intense subjects, and you have the ability to dive really deep, and sometimes that depth can be very, very intense for those around you. So just be forewarned that if you're starting to look at somebody and you're communicating with them and they are giving you that look of like, wow, this is not being well received, the information that you're trying to tell me, maybe it's too intense for them to deal with at the time, you know, maybe it's not welcome, maybe you're telling them something, you know, intuitively, maybe you're picking up where they should go and maybe they're not accepting it. I would back away from it and just give your message and walk away, even though you're probably dead on right because your intuitive skills are going to be at an all-time high. I would just be very mindful of how others receive you. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Taurus, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, Venus in Sagittarius is going to be conjunct with the moon and conjunct with Saturn. And your, okay, so this transit's going to be happening in your 7th house. Venus and Saturn are going to be in your 8th house. So to me, this suggests, and it would easily suggest to you, that major transformation is going to be happening in a significant relationship, partnership, or union. A partner may be expanding the way that you pursue your beliefs, your goals, and your visions for the future. Expansion is highly possible. This is dramatic change. I feel that this is change is going to be directing you in a completely different way, but it is a very expansive energy. And when Sagittarius energy starts to expand you, it can cause a little bit of anxiety, because as you're expanding in a new direction and you're not in control of outcomes or in control of the direction, or maybe you don't even fully understand the direction, that can cause you to be a little bit more nervous than normal. So I would just be forewarned that if you experience some sort of expansive change, some new belief system, a partner is really influencing you, your life starts to take a turn in a different direction, and you feel like you need to pull back, and it's making you very sensitive and hypersensitive almost to the situation, pull back and go within, and you can pursue this a little bit slowly, or you can lean on your partner and communicate about it. Negative vibration in this energy is new concepts and belief systems may drastically change the direction or course of your career, life path, destiny. And this may challenge you and how you cope in state of dramatic change. Sometimes when a Taurus is in a dramatic change process, anxiety levels increase. The need to find immediate gratification increases, and sometimes that is not always in a positive way. Sometimes if the changes that are happening are in partnerships, then there's a need for immediate gratification to get attention from someone else without fully processing the change that's happening in your life with the partnership that you're in. So often what you'll do is you'll seek attention from somebody else who you probably have been flirting with, or had some sort of flirty relationship on the side that was never intended to go in the direction, but in order to have this immediate gratification fulfilled, you'll just flirt a little bit and make yourself feel immediately better. This could also bring out a latent insecurity that I don't think you're fully aware of as change is happening. And this partner is expanding you. It is exciting if you look at it in the positive way. If you have been caught in a rut and caught in a routine, Taurians like to get stubborn and determined to persevere on a path or a goal or in a partnership that has been dead for some time, and yet they have a hard time letting go and just moving forward on a new path. I want to discourage you from doing that. That's the lower vibration of energy. And remember, we're in progressive energy and moving forward energy. So the high vibration of energy is expansive energy in partnerships and unions and new dynamics and new cultures and new belief systems and new visions. It's all a new energy. In your ruts, it's not going to be supported in this transit. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Gemini. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, this is going to be happening in the house of mental health and well-being, physical health, and work routines. Now, Mercury is going to be in Aquarius, and that's going to be in expansive thinking, elevated thinking. It's going to be conjunct with the moon in Libra and trining Jupiter in Virgo. This is all in the high vibration. So high vibration is you could be very mentally stimulated right now. It's very difficult when you get mentally stimulated because there's just such expansion. Sometimes you have a hard time directing where that energy goes, and that could be difficult for you to be very decisive in. And I don't think that this energy is about being decisive. It is about being passionate. very, very passionate, digging deep within and seeing what it is that you need to get a hold of, especially in your routines. Do you need to develop a new work routine, a new health routine, a new physical routine, you know, a workout program? And if so, can a partnership aid in that type of process for you? Or maybe your family, you could get your whole family involved in some sort of routine. Or maybe there is a home-based business, or you're researching stuff and you get your whole family involved in this new project of yours. That's highly possible in this energy, very, very supportive. And it can get everybody into forward thinking if you really want to motivate everybody. You may drastically change a routine or a ritual or coping method that will help you grow. This is about growth. This is about mentally expanding. This is about thinking that is so elevated that it tests the routines that you have in your day-to-day lifestyle to match this new belief system that you have. A new living situation may change the way that you value family. Some of you may have a new living situation that is going to show you the value of commitment, the value of family, the value of working together to achieve goals. Often Geminis can blow around kind of on their own, directionless, sponging up information from lots of different sources, but you just might find that in this type of energy, it's actually home-based, where you're going to be getting a lot of your really good ideas supported. Now, negative vibration is facing dark thoughts or negative thinking may challenge poor coping methods. Now, again, you have a light twin and a dark twin. You have the twins. And for some of you who are working in a really positive vibration, you know, your light twin is out there just, you know, sponging up everything, super enthusiastic, ready to take on the world, expansion. You're like going out there and you're setting up new routines and you're kind of like in this really happy mode. And then there are some of you that have the dark twin rearing its ugly head and saying, you know what, I'm in panic mode. I'm in panic mode because my routines have to change, my life has to change, and the change in the direction that I have to go in, I have not thoroughly researched. All of this expansion needs to have facts. It needs to have analytical thinking supported. I haven't done enough research to support that type of thinking, or I can't validate the sources where I'm getting the information from. Maybe I'm getting some really good ideas at home, but I need more. I need statistics. I need something to back up what my family is telling me that I need to do and expand in. So you may find that you need to sponge up more information before you can make these changes. And that's, of course, that Mars and Scorpio pulling you into the dark side of thinking. Beware that you are very, very easily pulled into this type of lower vibration, because sometimes your brain can go one way and then it can deviate with enough stimuli in another direction. So be forewarned with the people that you are surrounding yourself with, that they are supporting healthy routines and healthy coping methods. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Cancers, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, this is going to be happening in a very wonderful house. Anytime you get Mars in Scorpio conjunct with the moon at the time this event ignites, this is amazing energy. First of all, you know, this is all happening in the house of creativity, in the house of romance, of the house of love, of the house of pleasure, right? So it seems to be like some of you could be seeking a little pleasure in the romantic arena, or some of you may be expanding and going outside of this thinking of like being single. Now you might be thinking about there's some sort of romantic interest that is sparking you enough to think about like a partnering energy, and that's really invigorating. Some of you could have a wonderful creative thought process as you're expanding in this energy. You're thinking of new ideas. You're fantasizing. There could be thoughts about a lot of really, really wonderful energy stimulating you to create from an idea that you've been actually kind of sitting on for a while. So you're going to feel deeply romantic in this energy, exceptionally creative, extremely passionate. When Mars is in Scorpio, fellow water sign for you, this is brewing from deep within, emotionally motivated. It is very charged. It is very intuitive energy, psychic energy. Some of you are going to have dreams. Some of you are going to, if you're near water or water is, you're taking a shower, you're taking long baths. Long baths are totally, put a bunch of candles around your bathtub, play some music, and just soak if you have any time to do that, because you might just get some amazing creative ideas, or you might feel a little bit passionate and have somebody join you in the bathtub, but it is fabulous energy for all of that. And a negative vibration, because there's always a high and a low, and a negative is a new direction or a creative endeavor may not be received well or may dramatically change the way you think about a creative endeavor. Now, here's the thing. You don't like change, not dramatic change, not change that is overstimulating, right? So change is good for a Cancer if it's something that you can process. So here's what happens. Change happens to a Cancer, and then they crawl into their shell and they go, and then they sit in there and they process it in their shell. This energy kind of isn't about doing that. You have this really expansive thinking, and you have these new ideas and new concepts coming into your mind, especially if you are soaking in your element. And change, you feel change, right? So sometimes just the feeling, the build up of having to change something for you can be extremely intense in your mind. It's all in your fracking head. It's all scurrying around in the depths in there, and you don't need to let that happen. Remember that anytime you feel like this energy is overwhelming you, because there is lots of masculine energy asking you to make changes and move forward, and it's very deeply passionate and it's very emotionally motivated, so it's going to be hard for you not to physically and mentally completely have no control in the way that you respond to this type of energy. So I'm going to encourage you that if you get caught in that whirlwind of like not feeling complete, like you're almost like a restless, antsy, anxiety, anxious mode, which you're probably going to feel at some point in this transit, I want you to research what you're feeling. I want you to write down. I want you to log what you're feeling. I want you to log your triggers. This is about elevating your thinking and moving past these sorts of self-sabotaging and limiting belief systems that you hide within yourself. This isn't what people do to you. Sometimes you often interpret the world around you as being somewhat full of obstacles and, you know, things that you have to work through emotionally, and it makes you feel vulnerable, but that's not what's going on in this energy, but it can feel that way. That's in the low vibration. So I want you to go back up into the high. I'm going to leave you with the high because you guys need to be kept in the high. You need to get a hold of creative thoughts. If you have a creative thought, I want you to write it on paper, and I want you to fester in it, and I want you to think about it, because in your dreams, in your intuition, and in some sort of messengers that come into your life during this transit, you're going to find some motivation to get some stuff brewing in the right direction. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, this is going to be happening in your 4th house. So the 4th house is home, family, real estate, And with Mars moving into Scorpio, and the Sun, your ruler in the 6th house, conjunct with Pluto, there is a lot of changes going on in the home and family. And these are changes that are going, there's one of two ways this can easily go for you. And I'm feeling a lot of really powerful energy in the right direction. To me, I almost barely want to cover the low energy because I feel like this is going to be a super positive transit for you. I feel like big changes are going to happen in the family, in the home, in the routines in the family and the home. This is to empower you. This is to give you support. This is to move you forward. This is to set up a solid foundation. So many of you are maybe having some changes in work that is then going to change maybe a location of a home, or the way that you are structuring your home, or just the way that you have to cope with the routines of work versus like home and family balance. But I believe that you are going to do this well, because here's the thing. The Sun in Capricorn that is conjunct Pluto is going to be sextiling Neptune and Chiron. Super beautiful healing energy. So perhaps, you know, there has been some childhood issue that's been going on a long time. And, you know, I don't think you may not have understood that you were going through that, or maybe there were triggers, or maybe you just couldn't get your home and family situation to set up the way that you desired it, or maybe there was something going on in the home and family that prevented you from feeling solid, accepted, and that you had a strong foundation. I think all of that is changing for the better. Much healing. There's a lot of dreamy energy, forward thinking. There's a lot of compassion and enthusiasm and healing in this energy. And more importantly, this is going to make you feel like your sun is empowered. And when the sun is empowered in a Leo, that is some amazing energy as you are starting to, it's going to make you want to roar. You got Mars moving into Scorpio like this. This is passion. And anytime you combine passion, deep passion with Leo energy, you know that some of you are feeling very sensual, very loving, very energized and enthusiastic. Maybe you're wanting to change something. Extremely creative energy. I want to say that this is really good if some of you want to build or design a home. If some of you want to redo a part of your home, this is amazing energy for that, because you're going to feel exceptionally creative and it's going to be well received by everybody in the home. Now, positive vibration, changes coming in the home, family situations that will transform and possibly relocate your home. A goal for the future regarding stability of your home and family may be right around the corner. This is very, very uplifting and healing energy, as I said before. Negative vibration, okay, negative, is expanding mentally or a change in a home and family routines that may be too drastic, maybe unsettling at first. Okay. The sun in Capricorn and is going to be conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, and it's going to be squaring Uranus and Aries. And I've been talking a lot about this particular transit for quite some time, and I've been doing that because you are expanding. And anytime ego is involved in expansion, and sometimes there are quite unpredictable ways that this energy has been expanding you, it can challenge your coping methods and how you're dealing with the expansion process. So there's a lot of healing going on, and sometimes facing wounds, sometimes facing dramatic change, sometimes like let's say you had to take you had a job offer, and that job offer is something you've been waiting for. It's going to change the routines of your family, possibly the location. It's going to change how you have to, what you have to do to get on board with this new life path destiny, or to complete this goal. Some of you will set goals in this energy, and it can be quite intimidating to make these changes. Anytime you expand, you can be the roar of the lion, and it could be all ego, and it can be, you can be very dramatic in this energy. Just be forewarned that people may not be on board with the way that you're expressing your stress levels. And I do say that this is standing independently. So for you, if this change is happening in your life, and it changes the way that your home and family, the direction that your home and family has to go, it can be very difficult for people in your family to accept the direction that it's going in. And I would just be very mindful of the fact that even though this is about you and getting you ahead, and it's about, you know, supporting some of the goals and achieving the status that you want in life, people may not be on board with that in your home and family, and you may have to find a way to be diplomatic in this energy and consider others. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Virgo, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, this is going to be happening in the house that allows you to communicate about your direct environment, your day-to-day living. It is how you're going to be interpreting your environment. Now, Mercury is in Aquarius, your ruler, and it's in very expansive energy. And it is sextiling Venus in Sagittarius. Now, when Mars moves into Scorpio, this is very masculine energy, forward energy. This is asking you to take steps and pushing you to do what you desire. And that is very challenging in energy at times, because anytime you get this type of expansion, this is changing routines, right? This could be downright endings of old routines and it may start a new routine, and it has something to do where it may affect your family, a change of location. You know, maybe you have to have a family member that moves in, and this family member, you know, may not have been in your life for a while, or it may be somebody that you typically don't get along with because you guys have, you know, different ways of thinking. Maybe that one's a really elevated thinker and you like to stay in the routine part of it. Just know that the high vibration of this energy is this is going to change the way that you think about home and family obligations, right? This is about expansion in the home and family and changing those routines for the better. This may lead to an exciting opportunity or development work that may lead you to do a location change for your home and family. And you're going to have to be the strong one. You're going to have to be the one that jumps, you know, and jumps into this, you know, with a type of manly, masculine energy. And you're going to have to push forward in this energy. And that can be hard because you're kind of more of like a chill person to go with the flow. And you happen to take this big leadership role, can be quite the challenge. And not to say that you guys are just, you know, you don't have a backbone, because you do. But you like to do it in such a way that it's accepted by everything, because you really genuinely like to make people happy. That this change it's beneficial, and you understand it, and you understand that it's going to be beneficial for the entire family. So you're trying to get everybody on board with this new change, and that's not always easy. Negative vibration of this energy is an obsessive routine may consume your daily thoughts and hold you back from progressive thoughts. So critical thinking can be a problem in this energy because Mercury is in Aquarius. It's sitting in the 6th house. So this is about coping methods. This is about the way you think. This is about the rituals that you've got yourself caught in, especially in your home and family, the rituals that are not progressive. They're obsessive. You've got to figure out the ways that you have become stagnant in energy. And this is about changing and broadening yourself. And so that is actually not supported in this energy whatsoever. Deep fears may consume your thoughts as well. So this can often be that as this expansive change is happening, and as you're asked to be in a role that actually doesn't sit all together well with you, maybe at times this big leadership role, it can make you long for or get caught in some sort of critical thinking and maybe feeling like you can't handle the situation. Don't let this energy stop you. You have the passion of Mars behind you, and that is very motivating. Mercury, your ruler, is squaring off with Mars and squaring off with Moon. So to me, this suggests that there is something you feel like you may have some sort of insecurity, that you don't value yourself enough to take these steps yet. These steps yet. It could mean that you have to get your thinking on board with the elevated thinking and the ritualistic thinking. You have to knock yourself out of those routines. And so that can be quite difficult in this energy. This isn't going to be the easiest transit for you because there's a lot being asked of you in this energy, but I do believe deeply that it is very expansive energy for you. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, this is all going to be happening in the house where you are starting to assess what you value, who you value, and why you value what you value, right? So Venus in Sagittarius is going to be conjunct with Saturn in Sagittarius. So this is going to be about the way that you think about your immediate environment. You're going to be assessing it. Is this what you value? Is this on board? Is this supporting you on a day-to-day basis? Is your partnership strong? Is it easy to communicate with that partner? So positive vibration in this energy is freedom and recognition in a partnership may make you feel valued. It could mean that you have a highly supportive partnership, that your guys' thinking is aligned, that you guys are expanding at the same rate. And so communication is really elevated in this energy, and you're very mentally stimulated by this partner. And this is bringing back, you guys are talking about your creative endeavors together. You're very mentally engaged, and this is the way that you guys are interacting with each other is causing you to talk about belief systems on a different scale, or talking about goals and visions. And with all of this creative energy flowing in, it's such an expansive area. I do see this being very positive for partnerships. This could mean that you need to break free from a codependent partner. This is about taking a stand. If some of you are in very codependent relationships, you've been assessing it for some time, they're smothering you, you're not able to be free. Some of you may be looking and having a little bit of a wandering eye in this energy, and there could be somebody that has been paying attention to you that's a lot more mentally stimulating than the partnership that you're currently in. That is probable in this energy. And I do believe that for the most part, this is a lovely transit for you. The negative vibration that I do see in this is that, you may have a partner that's just clingy and insecure, and it may make you feel like you need to break free and just be independent. You may be straying more. You may be desiring more independent time. And as you're doing this, you're being more mentally stimulated by everybody else but your partner, and that could be a definite problem. Also, there could be a routine that you and your partner have got yourself into. This is pleasure-seeking routines, and it is starting to get out of hand. And because your partner is supporting this, or it could mean that your partner has a routine that is limiting you. Maybe you want to get out, you want to go on adventures, you want to travel, you want to do things with this partner, and all this partner does is want to sit at home and do the same routine over and over again, maybe drink until they go to bed, or maybe escape, smoke pot, whatever it is that they do. And that's just not supporting the expansive way that you're thinking. So that could be the negative vibration in this energy, and that may make you value this relationship in a little bit different way. Anyhow, guys, Mars in Scorpio for you is very sexual energy, very pleasure-seeking energy for you. So this energy is going to make you, okay, first of all, you're beautiful anyway. I mean, every Libra I've ever known, they're just gorgeous people. And you are going to have a magnetism with you. So be very forewarned that if you are in a flirty type mood and you are bored with your relationship and understimulated, you could attract more than you want to. Just be mindful that flirting doesn't go too far in this energy, because it's very easy to stray and hold secrets and do deceptive things with Mars being in Scorpio. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Scorpio. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, this is happening in your first house. And so Mars in Scorpio is going to be conjunct with the moon in Libra. Positive vibration, positive, and there's healing. There is so much healing in this energy. I'm super excited to talk about it with you. So reflection of a past relationship has a transformative impact. We're working in some 12th house work here. And when we're doing that, that's actually changing the way that we present ourselves, what we seek, the way we seek goals. Remember that in this energy, Pluto in Capricorn is in sextile with Chiron and Pisces. So to me, this suggests that there is a belief system. There is something, there's an inspiration, there's a creative endeavor, there's a path, a goal. You're stimulated by something deeply passionate, and it is changing the way you think about your situation, about your life on a day-to-day basis, your immediate environment. Now, this energy is very deep and very intense for you. When Mars gets into Scorpio, you are going to be about passion. You're going to be about, goals. Goals are going to be very important for you. And as you're doing all of this work, you're taking a look at your life, and you're seeing how you are coming off to people to get these goals achieved. And this is great, by the way, this is great transformative energy. You may feel optimistic and deeply passionate about changing something that you want to do, or the way that others want, or the way that you are perceived by others. So you don't, sorry, my foot kicked the camera. You want to be very mindful that the way that you're communicating comes from the heart, right? It can't come from you're evaluating it and giving people the tidbits that you want to give them because you want to stay in control. No, this is about giving them all of you, the heart and soul, because you are going to be a magnet if you do. You're going to attract people that really want to engage you. Low vibration in this energy is a sudden change or health concern may change a situation regarding the home and family in your immediate environment. Uranus is in Pluto and is squaring Pluto, and it is conjunct Chiron. So perhaps a health concern regarding or a routine or a coping method with a romantic partner, with your mental well-being or your physical well-being, any of routines or rituals that you have caught yourself in or that you are involving yourself around, make sure that those are forward thinking and they're not in some sort of ritual that is in negative thinking, ego-based thinking, because that's when you'll fall into this square and have a Uranian moment to beat all Uranian moments, because we have Mars in here igniting you, can make you whip out your stinger. If you've been suppressing something or hiding something, it can make you open one serious can of whoop butt in this energy. I hate it when I see Uranus in here squaring off with one of your rulers, and this is very deep stuff, dark stuff that's been sitting in there and festering, so be very careful that you be mindful of what's being invoked in this energy. There could be a routine, or there could be a coping method that you've just got accustomed to, and maybe a romantic partner or a sibling in your life makes you extremely aware of just how that's being perceived. You know, people are noticing that this coping method is getting out of hand, and they're starting to come to you. And so you really need to evaluate why these messengers are coming to you and talking to you about the specific situation. Because anytime somebody comes to us, they're a messenger as far as I'm concerned, and I do validate them. I mean, if they're just coming to me and, you know, having their own Uranian moment, then I can acknowledge that. Then maybe I'm their messenger. But for the most part, there's something significant about this transit for you. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Sagittarius. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. For you, this is going to be happening in a very quiet part of your chart. It is going to be happening in a part of your chart where you are going to be processing this. So this is in the depths. This is in the deepest depths of you, and this is going to be highly intuitive energy. There's going to be much thinking that is going on behind the scenes that people will not understand. They won't understand the intensity of what you are feeling. So there is something big. There's something big that you need to think about. Jupiter is expanding you in a way, and it's in your career, life path, destiny. And so the universe is pulling you back and pulling you into yourself, because it's trying to communicate with you about the direction that your life path, destiny is going in. So it's pulling you back and making you quiet and pulling out this deep intensity to give you enough motivation to want to pursue whatever direction that this is. You will have a beautiful, harmonious flow of energy. It can be stimulating an opportunity that will ask you to pay attention to it and expand. However, when we get caught in this trine energy and we're in this mental part of our chart, I do believe that you are going to have to think this through, and you may talk yourself out of an opportunity that can open up expansion. Now remember, this is harmonious flow of energy, and however you choose to tap into it, you can choose to do nothing about it and your life is going to be fine. Or you can choose to take this harmonious flow of energy and float down the river on a cool, you know, just making yourself cool on a hot day and seeing where the river, points you in what direction. And that's also possible in this energy. Negative vibration is a home and family situation may distract you and bring you back to some old childhood issues. Remember that Chiron's in your healing. And Chiron is asking you to take a look at your life as a whole, as you're processing all of this work in this house where you have to regress and kind of pull yourself back into. A lot of cobwebs can be in that closet, and so you may be reflecting on some ways that you need some old wounds. Now, these aren't terrible wounds, I don't believe, but these are places of vulnerability places where you possibly can lose a little bit of your power. And so I think, or it can be very stimulating for you to look where you were and look where you are right now, and then that can motivate you to make a direction change. It's a very beautiful energy for you. I see this being a very positive transit. Mars is very passionate, masculine energy. You're going to get this energy. You're going to feel highly intuitive in this energy and very aligned with it. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi Capricorn, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. And for you, this is going to be happening in the house where hopes, dreams, and wishes are being processed, right? In social circles and networking. So for you, Saturn is going to be in a very quiet part of your chart. So you're processing these obstacles and these limitations that you sometimes can have energy blocks in, that dwells within the subconscious mind. And it could have something to do with the way that a partner is stimulating you to grow and expand. So you're thinking through a lot of the expansive tendencies of this partnership. You're a very slow-moving energy and very goal-oriented, and when goals change, you really need to process out, especially if it's expanding you in a different direction. You really need to process out if that's the direction that you need to go through. You think things through, you're highly analytical. So it's not, I don't think it's all that bad that you're sitting there processing what's being asked of you by the great teacher. So perhaps a childhood hope, dream, or wish is inspiring you to change the direction you want to take moving forward, that you may have suppressed for some time. Uranus is in here in a beautiful harmonious flow of energy with Saturn and Venus. So this direction change is not as drastic as it could be. You could have had like a really cool, innovative idea that you had when you were a kid, and then you just change. It's something you may have forgot about. It's something that could come up as you're going through all this, thinking about all this childhood stuff, and we just, went back to home and family, and it could have made you revisit an old, like maybe you went back to, to your family, and you stayed in your old room, and you're like, God, I used to think about being this. Or I used to think about inventing this, or I used to think about, traveling, and it could stimulate you in a really positive direction. Someone from the past, especially an old relationship, may unexpectedly resurface, possibly a childhood friend, and this friend could turn into some very, very very interesting dynamic for you as far as in a partnering energy. Also, friends are the key. Social networking is the key. There's something to be learned. And even though you're working in a quiet part of the chart, maybe a social group that you've got yourself into or involved with is really starting to stimulate you. Or perhaps you want to expand in a certain area, probably mentally in, like maybe you're starting to have a new belief system, and so you join a group, or you join a group of friends that starts to expand you. It could still make you think and turn inward, but they're definitely expanding you in the right direction. Negative vibration is friends and social circles may inhibit progressive thinking. A sibling may encourage you to revisit an issue that caused childhood scars. We just got through visiting family, and so some of you may have faced some things that that used to be in your immediate environment that left scars that you have not fully processed, and they're in the unconscious mind, and there's blocks in that energy. And it's very possible, if not highly probable, in this energy for some of you. This is healing energy. This is digging deep. This is processing. This is literally opening up an old box, diving through, looking through photo albums maybe, and just looking at it and thinking, and it bringing up such an old wound that able to now mentally process. We pull this stuff out of our subconscious at the times when we're able to process them. This is beautiful energy for you. I'm very motivated by this energy, just feeling it for you. There's a lot of inner work going on, but that just means that you're expanding. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, Aquarius. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. Now, in a positive vibration for you, you are blessed. I love giving you guys this information. You guys have been having your butts handed to you with a bunch of squares. So I'm happy that some of you are going to love this energy shift. First of all, Mars moving into Scorpio, you are a passionate energy source anyway. Put Mars on in Scorpio, and you are extremely passionate. You are diving deep, and this is with a motivation that lies from deep within. This is a big change in your career, life path, destiny. Very possible as the energy progresses. Lots of support from a sibling may give you the courage to move forward with someone or something that you consider a big leap of faith. This is going to be about destiny. So anytime that destiny is involved in this is about trusting yourself or having the right support system around you, especially a sibling, a very supportive sibling, to push you in the right direction. So you're going to be communicating this, and you know what? Your friends and your siblings and your family are going to be highly supportive of any changes that you make in the right direction. Saturn is in a delicious mood with so Saturn and Uranus, both of your rulers, are in this harmonious flow of energy. If you are working on your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes, and if you are socializing, involving social circles, social networking, you are going to find that you have more support than you know what to do with. A negative vibration is a journey in your life is starting to shift in a different direction. Something that you used to value has caused you great suffering. Moving away from that area where you are suffering, that will eventually empower you as you process the loss, as you process the shift, as you process the direction change. You will find that you will manifest in this energy. So you are going to have to change the things that you value, or perhaps what you value you no longer need to value anymore. Often we get caught in karmic relationships and karmic situations that were put in our lives to manifest our higher selves. Often the way that we achieve manifestations within inside of ourselves is through a nudge. For some of us, much like you, any kind of really strong, determined sign has to actually be not nudged, but shoved, and you have been shoved in a direction. If you are resisting this shove from the universe, you're going to find that this is going to be a struggle, a mental struggle of suffering and pain, of processing, of fighting, and of power struggles within yourself and power struggles within groups of people and within your siblings, within your family. This can be very hard for people to understand why you are not going in the right direction. So you may be fighting to hold on to something that no longer serves your life in a really positive direction. Don't let that be where this energy takes you. There's no healing to be found in staying stuck and staying stagnant in an area of loss, in an area that no longer serves you. Uranus and Saturn are both going to be squaring off with Neptune and Chiron. So this was a place that you put value on, that you actually probably were at some point delusional about, or that you were not realistic about. You had created a dream, and that dream was an illusion. It was never going to manifest. Also, Uranus is going to square off with the sun. And so this is a lot of deep, you're struggling with your identity in this energy. If some of you are caught in a low vibration, and there's so much energy to concentrate on in the fact that you are blessed. There's so much forward energy. You have such the gift of family, the gift of siblings, the gift of friends and circles. That is where it lies. You know, I would love to say that it's in partnerships, but I believe that for some of you, what may happen is you will find that you will be attracted to somebody, probably a friend, I would say, in this energy, that is somebody who supports your hopes, your dreams, and expansion. But if you are in a relationship that has been suffocating you or holding you back from your dreams, your hopes, and your vision for your future, that was something that was destined to die so that you could be reborn in that energy. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event. Hi, dear Pisces. This is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Mars moving into Scorpio. For you, this is going to be happening in a very expansive part of the chart, and elevated thinking part of your chart. You have got some beautiful energy. I'm not going to lie. I love your energy. This is about your hopes, your dreams, and about the fantasies that you have about a creative endeavor or a goal that you want to attain. If you focus on that, if you align yourself with that, you are going to find that there is some deep desire, or there is some epiphany, or there is some opportunity that aligns yourself with your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. But you have to allow yourself to mentally process the new challenges. You can't get intimidated in the energy. You can't get lost, and you can't want to hold yourself back in the energy and fall into, well, you know, I've got a partner that's making it super easy for me just to be where I am, so I'm just not going to do anything about it. I'm going to train out this energy. You know, Mars in Scorpio is going to trine Neptune in Pisces, which is conjunct with Chiron. To me, this suggests that you're highly intuitive, that you are aligned with your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes, and your career, life path, destiny. You know what you need to do. It's just you have to make a plan to do it. You have passion and desire burning within you right now about something that's very important, but you have to align yourself with feeling like you deserve it, that you want to pursue it, and that you are passionate enough to develop a drive. Often you get caught in partnerships where you let them drive and steer you in directions, but this, you know, there's something different. You feel it. You feel like you are being aligned in a different way, and I would definitely align yourself with that. If you are following somebody else's career, life path, destiny, and this is a partnership, and you are finding, or that you are having a hard time expanding in a new direction because that's a challenge and it's much easier to stay stuck, you know, you're going to fall into the square and into the lower part of the vibration. So the lower part of the vibration is your intuition is guiding you to make a change in your career, life path, destiny, and you're not, and your gut is even telling you that, but you are holding yourself back, or you're allowing, or you're following somebody else's path and you're not following and aligning your own self with your own path. Be very mindful of the negative vibration in this energy. This is all potential energy, and you could miss the boat completely if you just decide that you don't align yourself, that you don't feel strong enough to do this on your own. This is a recipe for success. I love your energy, but you have to develop a drive, a passion for it on your own to be able to tap into this energy. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again on the next astrological event.